I'm getting hyped here. The fact that God elects some babies to go to heaven and some to go to hell is an atrocity. Yet, that doesn't get addressed.
As you can see, the straw man doctrine of infant damnation has made its way into the hearts of all of the Calvinist haters. Now, I'm sure you know exactly how that came to be over the last few months, but just so that we have a record of it, all in one place, here's the story. In March of 2024, there was a highly anticipated debate between Dr. Flowers and Dr. James White on the topic of unconditional election in John 6:44. At least that was supposed to be the topic of the debate, but as we all know, it took a few interesting side turns. One of those turns was so carefully calculated that it was set up a month in advance.
Thank you. All right, so this man, Rob, was guilty because of Adam's sin. You mentioned that. And so if Rob had been aborted when he was a baby, or he died when he was an infant, would he have faced the same fate as a non-elect infant?
Oh my goodness. Mr. Moderator, are we going to stick to John 6, or are we going to start wandering into
Dr. White,
everything?
Dr. White,
Dr.
White, haven't you said inconsistency is a mark of a failed argument? And isn't
Yes.
Calvinism very inconsistent with how they answer the question as to what happens to infants who die?
But we came here to debate John chapter 6, and you're trying to drag it onto other things, which is what you've done before. I am asking that you focus upon the text and the meaning of the text, and not get into all sorts of other subjects that do not allow me to even have the opportunity of making a meaningful presentation on the subjects that have not been raised and are not a part of the subject this evening.
The question of the debate is not who can exegete the text in a way that Dr. White approves. It's a defense of Jesus' supposedly inconceivable teaching of unconditional election, which I'm demonstrating by this line of questions. It's demonstrably unjust and inconsistent within the ranks of Calvinism to say that people are condemned for something they have no control over. And what better illustrates that than an infant that dies?
Yeah, I realize that the subject of the debate is not something you want to pursue. You just admitted that you are changing the topic of the debate.
There must be questions. Yes, I think they should be about John 6:44.
This was an obvious tactic to tug on the heartstrings of the audience. As I said, it all started a month before, when during Dr. Flowers' live stream, a certain open theist just happened to bring it up with one of the worst lies ever told in church history.
Of like, well, if I'm elect and my children aren't, that's okay. And I just wanted to highlight how that's the same kind of spirit and mindset that the ancient worshipers of pagan deities would engage in when they would sacrifice their children to Baal. Because as long as I get my good crops, I'm willing to throw my child on the pyre. As long as I am being blessed financially, I'm willing to throw my child on the pyre. It's the same mindset where they're like, well, God may have eternally reprobated my child, but as long as I get into heaven, I'm cool with that.
I don't know about you guys, but I've got 4 children. If God's the kind of God that would reprobate your child, how do you have the kind of worship and love for that version of God?
First of all, Leighton Flowers claims to have been a Calvinist, again, demonstrating that's either a bold-faced lie or he is just willing to be so wildly dishonest that it's not even funny.
It's probably the latter.
If he was ever reformed, then the only proper response to Warren McGrew's absurdity, because, hey, as long as I get in, I'm cool with my children not being saved, is one of the dumbest things one of the dumbest objections I've ever heard anyone make.
Yes, that was a very dumb argument, but it didn't stop there. Mr. McGrew would go on to say that Calvinists replaced the blood of Christ as the atonement for their sins with the blood of their non-elect infants.
But they were quoting, the heroes of the Calvinist flavor that we were a member of, talking about how, it's most just, exceedingly just, Jonathan Edwards, that God should take the soul of a newborn and cast it into eternal flame. But they would build on this. And we'd have those conversations over family dinner. It's kind of uncomfortable when you're a kid and your parents are talking about, it's, if God's determined you to go to hell, there's nothing I can do about it, And so when we're having this conversation, originally, the context, I think, is very helpful. I wasn't saying all Calvinists believe this. I was saying the spirit behind those who are willing to placate their own conscience and say, well, as long as I'm elect, it grieves me that my child is suffering eternally, but, it's worth the price of admission, essentially.
It's worth the price of admission.
That's one demonic open theist you have on your show there, Dr. Flowers.